There's quite a nice paper which came in Human Reproduction in 2020. And what is challenging in this paper is addressing what happens and where does menopause start. Now, the question asked is, does it start as we usually believe in the follicles, that are small eggs that deplete faster? And that signal is started from the substance which is called the theca. So, does it happen in the theca or does it happen in the follicles? It is generally believed that menopause starts basically because of the small number of follicles going to atresia, which is death. And this involves a certain amount of cell development and death that is formed to be one of the causes of menopause. Now, this has recently been questioned, and there seems to be indirect evidence that as the primordial follicles are very small, extremely small follicles, which cannot be measured, start declining, there is a reduction in reserve, and the handful of follicles in the ovary start the process of aging. Now, what we know is that some chemotherapy agents tend to answer this question because they tend to attack the small follicles. Recently, there is a better data and better assessment of the genetics, and they found that in the theca interna, that's the largest group of genes are found to be downregulated, and these are associated with DNA replication. Now, it's quite complex because these are those genes in the theca, and 38 genes have been found out that are associated with cell damage and are significantly downregulated by more than 7 times. Now, exactly these genes, how they affect growth and maintenance of the DNA, of the 37 DNA genes were also associated in menopause. So it seems that the initial trigger to start in the menopause starts with the theca, and this is very much new news because we have traditionally believed that the decline of follicles, a decline of number of eggs are a cause of pushing women into menopause. And that doesn't seem to be exactly the cause. It seems that tissue around it, the theca interna, may be one of the factors which is associated with triggering at least the start of menopause. There's quite a nice paper which came in Human Reproduction in 2020. And what is challenging in this paper is addressing what happens and where does menopause start. Now, the question asked is, does it start as we